Hola, or should I say, Sawadee Krab. For anyone that's not been to Thailand, wow, this place is unbelievable. I'm 36 years old, I've basically wanted to come here all my life, and now I see why I've wanted to come here. And for those who've been following along the journey, especially as we've been going to the UK, you guys will know how I like to talk about my trees, the nature, the beauty, your surroundings. This is on another level. You quite literally are in the middle of a tropical rainforest. Basically what I'm going to do on this video, I'm going to give you a truthful update as to what's been happening over the last 3 days. From tomorrow I'm going to start daily vlogging again. So as you guys know, I was staying in Ploy Hostel and it cost me £3 per night. And it was basically the cheapest hostel that you can book in Bangkok. So for anyone interested, Ploy Hostel, you can actually get it for £2 per night if you go for the 16-bed room, or you can get it for £3 per night if you go for the 6-bedroom. I went to stay in Ploy Hostel, I turned up, went to check into the room, and they moved me to Mint Hostel, which is literally next door, owned by the same company. I'm assuming this Ploy Hostel was full. So I went in and it turned out the one that I booked was actually for a 6-man dorm, or whatever you call it, and I was actually in a 10-bed dorm. I don't care, by the way. Most of you guys will know that I slept in the back of a van with nothing in it in the winter in London, a mattress and a pillow. I don't care where I stay. I'm doing this to review the places, to show you guys how you can live cheaply, and to hopefully, yeah, just basically share some truth as to what this is like. Because a lot of people said to me, you know, it's too hot, stupid decision to go at this time. It's not too hot, there's trees everywhere, you can find shade. You know, people said, you know, it's also rainy season, it rains all the time. It doesn't rain all the time. When it rains, it pours and it stops, and then all of a sudden the sun comes out and it's all good again. Someone else said, you know, it's super smoggy, thick smog and stuff like this. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see behind me, but I'm not being funny. I was literally expecting to turn up here and we basically fucking have to wear a pair of goggles because there's just smoke all over the place. And it's just not like this. But either way, I appreciate people sharing and stuff, because I'm assuming that they've not come here at this time, or, you know, I guess everything's relative to me. It might not be too hot, and to other people it's ridiculously hot, and so I understand that too. But either way, what I'm saying is, the reason I'm doing this is because then I can just share truthfully with you guys what I'm seeing and what I am experiencing, and then at least you know we're actually going to these places. And rather than just trying to make places sound unbelievable to sell places to you guys, if somewhere's not too good or it's worse or all this kind of stuff, I'll share that with you, and then you're getting an honest review at the end of the day, aren't you? Let me share with you about Mint Hostel. So I walked in, it was a 10-bed dormitory, and they're literally just bunk beds. There are 5 double bunk beds, small room, nothing else, there's a window. You saw from the reviews, it's the same hostel place, by the way, owned by the same company. You know, some of the reviews were disastrous, said the air conditioning didn't work and it stunk, and, you know, pillows were dirty, yellow stains and all this kind of stuff. Here's my honest experience of this £3 hostel. The sheets were clean, the pillows were clean, the air conditioning worked, there was a window, it was cool at night, comfortable enough to sleep. So these are the positives. It did have a toilet, it did have a shower. Yeah, no fancy shower, it's just like a little hook thing with whatever that you can wash yourself. You know, people say you get what you pay for, but to be honest with you, for £3, this place is honestly amazing, because I'm paying £3. Yes, you're in a hostel and you're sleeping with 9 other people and stuff like this, but manage your expectations, exactly like I said before I even came here, looking at the reviews and stuff. If my expectations are down here, you know, really anything above that, which really, as long as I literally get a pillow or a mattress, anything is going to be above that. So that's my experience on the £3 hostel in terms of what I've seen, value for money, and what you've got. Yes, there's no toilet paper sometimes. We're in a different place. What most people actually do here, there's a squirty thing basically on the side of the walls, and most people just wash their asses with that. So that's why there's not toilet paper. And you have to respect the culture and stuff like this, and you think, well, you go in here, yeah, well, they're not providing toilet paper for the Western world. You fit into what they are already doing. Now, on with some of the other unpleasant experiences. We're all human, but just sharing some truth here. At about 3:30 in the morning, I stayed there for 2 nights, by the way, and then I decided to move on. I'm going to tell you why in a moment. On the first night, at about 3:30 in the morning, I start shaking. Boom, 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 boom. And basically, there are only 2 scenarios. Either the person on the bunk below me was enjoying his hand, or he was enjoying a lady, or a lady boy, or just a boy, who knows? We are in Thailand. And yeah, and that woke me up. Yeah, that's it really. We're all human, but I did need to share that because you're in a hostel. You've paid £3 for a night. And people will be people, that's all we can say. And in a hostel, even though you're not supposed to, when it comes to £2-3 a night, they don't care. You're in a party place. If you want to bring someone back to your single bed hostel, you've got someone sleeping above you, you can. So just bear that in mind. So what I would say about this £3 hostel, extremely good value for money. You've got to put up with people snoring, potentially, which happened on the second night, an extreme loud snorer. People were trying to kick the bed and everything like this. You hear the odd fart here and there. We are all human after all. I know you fart because I do too. It's part of being a human, but if you're sleeping with 9 others, unfortunately, put it this way, let's face it, you feel more comfortable in your own fart than you do someone else's. So just bear that in mind. Basically, the reason that I decided to stay there for 2 nights, very much, you know, you could say the party capital of Bangkok, or the party area of Bangkok. It's known for it. And I decided that I wanted to get out of that area because it's not good surrounding myself by this. I recognise who I am, I recognise my addictions, my problems and stuff like this. And I don't want to just be surrounded by this party atmosphere all of the time because I can get carried away. So I spent 2 nights there. That's my experience of that hostel. Very good to save money. It's in a party area. Just bear it in mind. If you do not want to smoke and you're looking for something a little bit more quieter and you don't want all of this in your face just teasing you, I would not advise Koh Shan Road or staying near there because it's very busy. So I've moved about 10 kilometers along. The next stay that I am currently in is a space pod hotel. Totally different experience. It's costing me about 13 to 14 pounds per night, English pounds. And this is a totally different experience. And I am going to be sharing with you all of the hostel reviews and the places that I stay, and we're going to have a different range of budgets and prices. I'm going to show you guys the areas and what's around you, and I'm going to be walking to places, so it's not just your typical tourist places, because I've seen you can get cheap really food, or you can go to malls and stuff and get ripped off. It's the same with weed. Literally the area that I was in, that's actually a cheaper area to note. Weed there literally you could get for like 100 baht. It works out to be about £2.20, something like this for a gram. Or again, you can come really to these kind of areas and it literally starts at, you know, 400, 500, 600 baht and up to 2,000. So that is a rip-off. You're getting ripped off as a tourist, so just bear that in mind. It's worth walking out of the busy areas, because to pay 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times the price that you'd pay somewhere else, you are getting ripped off because you're a tourist. Fair enough if it's 20-30%, but 10 times more, you're getting ripped off. So just bear that in mind. So we're going to be going to different hostels. I think I'm going to be moving on every 2 to 3 days. It's going to be fast paced. I'm going to go down to the south of Thailand, show you guys all of the beaches. We're going to go on a mission there. Then we're going to go up to the north of Thailand. Then we're going to go into Cambodia. Then we're going to go into Vietnam. I'm going to show you all of the food markets, all of the jungle, the trees, the beauty, the nature, the exploring, the cheaper hostels, different end ranges, and then we can see what you can truly get for your money. This space capsule, just to finish this video off, because then we're going to be up to date together, totally different experience. If someone is looking for something quiet in Bangkok, I definitely recommend this. Yes, you're going to be paying, I'd say a little bit more. I say a little bit more because you're going from £3 to £14, it's £11. £11, it's all relative. That's a lot to some people, but when you're in the Western world and minimum wage is £12 an hour, it's not a lot to most people. It's basically what I'm saying. It's a totally different experience. For paying £13 to £14, I am now in one of these little futuristic space pods. It's got its own little TV, all its charging points, dimmable lights, all this fancy stuff. But the most important thing, this at this moment in time is one of the cheaper places that I've found where you can sleep completely on your own. You have to be super quiet. You can hardly even open a packet of crisps. There's no talking, it's absolute silence, which is, well, really it's fantastic if you want to get away and sleep basically like I did. I've not really experienced jet lag. I've had a good sleep in one of these pods last night, got away from all of the noise, and yeah, it's really perfect if you're looking to be a little bit more sensible and you don't want to go for that party vibe. So anyway, that's where we're at, people. We've been pinging around on mopeds because moped is the cheapest form of transport. £1 this has cost me for about 20 minutes ride. I absolutely love Thailand. I can't wait to explore the north, the mountainous area, to show you guys this. I can't wait to see the lagoons. I can see why this has been in my dreams for, I would say, nearly 20 years. It is incredible. I guess I will see you on the next video, but like I said, yeah, I'm going to start recording daily from tomorrow and just taking us all on random missions around this place. Stay happy, everybody. Welcome to Bangkok.